My beloved child, listen closely, for I speak from heaven's throne. I see your tears, I hear your prayers, and I send help even when you don't see it. You are not alone. I have placed heavenly messengers around you, angels, who walk silently beside you, guiding, guarding, and strengthening you in ways you cannot imagine. From the moment you were formed in your mother's womb, my hand has been upon you, and so have my angels. They are not myths, not symbols, not far-off beings in old tales. They are real. They are mine. They are mighty, and they are assigned to you. Psalm 91:11 says, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." That is not a poetic phrase. That is my promise. When the storm raged around you and you didn't know how you made it through, it was my angels who lifted you. When the accident didn't happen, when the sickness passed, when the wrong door didn't open, that was divine intervention. That was heavenly assistance. That was your angel standing between you and the enemy's plan. You see, I don't just send angels when trouble comes. I assign them to you before trouble ever begins. They go ahead of you. They prepare the way. They clear what you cannot see. They fight battles you never even knew you were in. You have asked me, "Lord, why do I feel guided sometimes? Why do I take a turn I didn't plan?" It is because I sent an angel to nudge your heart, to whisper wisdom, to pull you out of harm's path. Do you remember the time you left late, only to find an accident had happened along your original route? That was not coincidence. That was angelic intervention. Do you remember the moment you felt sudden peace in a dark room? That was not your own strength. It was the presence of the heavenly host surrounding you. I am the Lord your God, and I never leave you unguarded. My angels are swift, fierce in battle, gentle in comfort, and loyal beyond words. They are holy servants who obey my voice, not yours. That is why when you speak my word, they respond. Psalm 103 verse 20 says, "Bless the Lord, you his angels, who excel in strength, who do his word, heeding the voice of his word." When you declare my promises, angels move. When you speak my truth, they go to work. That's why the enemy wants to keep you silent, anxious, and full of fear, because when you speak in faith, angels are released. My child, trust me. Trust that you are surrounded. Trust that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Even now, my angels are watching over your children, your home, your future. You are not unprotected. The spiritual world is not empty. It is alive, full of light, full of power, and full of angels on assignment for your life. The moments you thought you lost everything, those were the times my angels held the pieces together until I could restore what was stolen. The days you walked through valleys and couldn't pray, angels stood around you, shielding you, standing guard. When you slept, they stood. When you cried, they stood. When you broke down, they stood. And when you worshiped, they rejoiced. They are your unseen backup, your hidden strength, your silent warriors. And yes, there are times I allow them to appear. Yes, some of you have met angels unaware. As Hebrews 13:2 says, "Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it." They may have looked like a stranger who helped you, a nurse who stayed, a friend who said the right word at the right time. That was me, reaching you through them. That was heaven touching earth in your need. Do not be afraid. Angels are not to be worshipped, but they are to be respected and received as my divine help. You are loved far more than you know. That is why I have charged heaven's army to surround you. That is why, even now, miracles are forming behind the veil. You have not been forgotten. You have been followed, by favor, by angels, by my spirit. I am not slow, I am precise, and my angels operate with divine timing. They are coming, even now. They carry healing, direction, and breakthrough. But you must trust me. You must keep walking. You must keep believing. Speak my word. Stay in my peace. Do not let the darkness deceive you, because the light of angelic help is already breaking through. I am the Lord Jesus, and I tell you the truth. Angels are real, and they are with you. My beloved, let me open your eyes to the ways I work behind the scenes. So many of your turning points, so many of your life-altering decisions were not just random. They were divine. I sent angels ahead of you, not just to protect you, but to guide you. Sometimes you think you stumbled into a blessing, but it was a heavenly hand nudging your feet. Sometimes you call it intuition, but I call it angelic prompting. When your heart said, "Don't go there," when your spirit whispered, "This is the way," that was not fear. That was my angel pointing the path. I have ordered your steps, and I use angels to carry my instructions. You ask me, "Lord, why did that door close?" And I say, because the angel I sent stood in front of it to protect you from what you couldn't see. You ask, "Why didn't they choose me?" And I say, because I have something better, and my angel turned their heart away to preserve my plan. You don't always feel them, you don't always know they're there, but they are. Elijah's servant couldn't see them either, until I opened his eyes. In 2 Kings 6:17, Elijah prayed, "Open his eyes, Lord, so that he may see." And suddenly the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire, angels surrounding them. You too are surrounded, even when you feel cornered. The enemy may try to isolate you, but my angels encamp around those who fear me. They don't visit. They dwell. They don't check in. They stand watch. They don't give up. They obey. You are never alone, even when your room is empty. You are never forsaken, even when your phone is silent. My heavenly forces move with you, walk with you, war for you. They don't slumber, they don't panic, and they don't run when things get hard. They are trained in heaven's strategies. They understand spiritual warfare. They know how to silence voices of fear. They know how to whisper peace into your soul when your world feels like it's falling apart. They don't just rescue you, they also release favor. Yes, angels can influence people to bless you. Have you ever walked into a place and felt grace follow you? That was an angel walking ahead of you. That job you weren't qualified for, that meeting you didn't plan, that person who suddenly helped you without explanation. Those were not chance moments. They were my divine fingerprints left behind by angels on assignment. In Acts 12, when Peter was imprisoned, the church prayed, and I sent an angel. Chains fell off, doors opened, guards slept. The angel guided Peter step by step until he stood free again. That is how I still work. I respond to prayer. I release angels. I break chains. I open doors. I confuse the enemy. I guide my children to safety. Your prayers are powerful. Don't let doubt silence you. Don't let waiting weary you. I am moving. My angels are moving. Even when the delay seems long, my timing is perfect. Trust me. Some angels are assigned for protection, others for breakthrough, and others for messages. Yes, they still bring words from my throne. That's how I sent Gabriel to Mary, with words that changed the world. And I am still sending angels to prepare the way for your promise. Some of you are in seasons of silence, but heaven is not silent about you. Angels are arranging conversations, preparing hearts, shifting systems to make room for what I've promised you. Do not be discouraged. When you walk by faith, you walk in step with angels. You walk in sync with heaven. That's why things sometimes fall apart before they fall together, because I am aligning your life with the divine rhythm of my kingdom. Don't chase after open doors I have shut. Don't mourn what I removed. Trust the hand you cannot see. Trust the angels I've dispatched on your behalf. Trust that I see the full picture, and I've already sent what you need. My child, stay in my presence. Stay in worship. Stay in my word. Angels respond to heaven's frequency. When you praise, the atmosphere shifts. When you pray, the heavens open. When you obey, doors align. And when you trust me, you'll see miracles. You are not abandoned. You are angel-guarded. So walk boldly. Speak faithfully. Move forward. I am with you, and my angels are around you. My beloved, when you trust me fully, something shifts in the unseen. When you release fear, when you surrender control, when you walk by faith and not by sight, you unlock a dimension of my help that no earthly system can provide. That's when angels begin to move on your behalf with power and precision. You may not see their wings, but you'll feel their wind. You may not hear their voice, but you'll sense their pull. You'll notice how doors open that should be closed. You'll see how people show up just in time. That is not luck. That is divine orchestration. That is heaven leaning in to lift you higher. Trust unleashes the heavenly host. Faith is the key that activates angels. When you believe my word, they go to work. When you declare my promises, they carry them forward. Do you remember Daniel? He prayed, and it seemed like nothing was happening. But for 21 days, my angel was fighting in the spirit realm, delivering the answer, breaking through darkness, making a way. Daniel didn't see it, but heaven was moving. And so it is with you. When you trust me, even in silence, angels are battling for you. Even in delay, angels are bringing what is promised. Even in confusion, they are clearing your path. They are heaven's messengers, heaven's warriors, heaven's deliverers, and they know your name because I have written it on my heart. Some of you feel stuck, unsure which way to go. But I tell you this, lean into me, and my angels will guide you. They don't just protect, they illuminate. They bring dreams that speak, visions that stir, and divine appointments that shift everything. Don't underestimate a whisper. Don't overlook a prompting. When you feel led to call someone, to change direction, to wait when it makes no sense, that may be my angel nudging your soul. In the wilderness, I sent angels to minister to me, and in your wilderness I do the same for you. In Matthew 4:11, after the enemy tried to tempt me, the word says, "Then the devil left him, and behold, angels came and ministered to him." You see, I don't just send angels to fight, I send them to heal, to strengthen, to restore what life has drained from you. And yes, they minister in quiet ways. You may feel sudden peace in a heavy place. That's not imagination, that's ministry. You may wake with fresh hope. That's not coincidence. That's restoration. When you trust me completely, you align yourself with angelic flow. You no longer strive. You surrender. And in that surrender, angels surround. That's when protection increases. That's when provision flows. That's when confusion lifts. That's when people begin to say, "Something is different about you." And you'll know, it's not because you did everything right. It's because you trusted me, and I did everything you couldn't. My child, I am calling you to deeper trust. To wake up each morning and say, "Lord, I believe you're guiding me." To lay your plans before me and say, "Have your way, Lord." That's when you'll feel the wind shift. That's when you'll see the path clear. I send angels not just to keep you safe, but to keep you aligned. They don't just block the enemy. They build the future I've designed for you. Some of you have been praying for years and you're tired. You wonder if I hear you. But I tell you now, yes, I hear. Yes, I see. And yes, my angels are on the move. Just because you haven't seen the result doesn't mean the war isn't being won. Hold on. Trust me. Don't stop now. Don't retreat. Don't let go of your faith. Trust opens the gates of glory, and once the gates open, angels flood in. I've sent them to heal marriages, to bring home prodigal sons and daughters, to rescue businesses on the brink, to protect your health, to give you ideas that bring supernatural increase, to create divine appointments, to whisper wisdom in boardrooms, to clear legal obstacles, to release wealth, favor, and breakthrough. Yes, even financial miracles come when you walk in trust, because when you place your resources in my hands, my angels respond. That is why I said in Malachi 3:10, "Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse and see if I will not open the windows of heaven and pour out so much blessing there will not be room enough to store it." Who do you think pours it out? I send my angels. They carry blessings from the storehouses of heaven. They release favor that man cannot block. So walk in confidence, child. Walk knowing you are not walking alone. Say with boldness, "The angel of the Lord is with me." Say with strength, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." Say with joy, "My path is protected and prepared." For this is the truth. I have not left you helpless. I have assigned heaven's army to you, and they will not leave until my will is done in your life. They will fight, they will guide, they will guard, because you are mine. And now I ask you, share this message. Don't keep it to yourself. Someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to know that angels are real, that I'm still working, and that heaven is still speaking. So share this word. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, God's Sacred Voice, where my truth echoes and my promises are declared. For there is more to come, and I am not done with you yet.